Good afternoon, YouTube. What we've got here today, this is a 2007 model John Deere LA105 100 series lawn tractor. This is actually my personal mower. I've had it since it was new in 2007. We've got a problem with it. It's loading down really bad. It won't start most of the time. If it does start, belches black smoke and will not rev and just runs like crap. So what we've done a little diagnosis on it. I'll walk you through what we found, and if you have a similar mower with a similar problem, certainly give you something to look for. So what we're going to do at the moment, I'm going to take this cover off. It's got 4 bolts. It's got 2 on the front and there's 2 in the back. A little bit hard to get to, but there's 2 right in the back middle of the motor. And you're gonna pop the fuel pump off with a trim tool or a flat screwdriver so you can get access to this entire cover. So I'm gonna do that real quick and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we have access to the carburetor with the cover off, and what you can see, this lever here is your choke. So when you first put the mower in choke with the throttle, you go all the way forward, you can watch this right here. This is your butterfly for your choke. So that's with the choke all the way on. The mower would normally start, and as soon as you get it to start, you start backing off the choke. Well, if you noticed, the choke didn't move back when the throttle was pulled back. So what was happening is this mower was running on full choke until the plug fouled out and died. And if you notice, it's supposed to spring back when the pressure is off of this lever. So without that spring, and you can tell the spring is broken. You see the piece of it there. Without that spring action, you will never be able to take the engine off a choke and it will keep running. So that was, or it'll stop running eventually once the plug fouls out. The other way I diagnosed this, I pulled the plug out. It was actually literally just wet with fuel and black from being carboned up. So what I did, quit using the choke just so I could use the mower for the time being. But I've ordered a kit from Amazon, and I'll put a link to it in the description. So you can get a new carburetor, comes with the carb, a new spark plug, 2 fuel cutoff valves, looks like 2 fuel filters, a gasket, of course, miscellaneous clamps, and a new fuel line, and a new air filter and a new oil filter. This whole kit was 29 bucks from Amazon, Prime 2-day shipping. So that's one option. Another option, which we'll look at here in a second, I went to Harbor Freight and got a box of springs. So I'm gonna see, before I replace the carburetor, if I can just put a spring somewhere in this choke mechanism on one of these. If I can find a good place for the other end of the spring where it'll actually flip the choke back, I may try that, cut the grass, see if it makes a difference or runs well. If not, we'll go ahead and change the carb. So I'm gonna open up the spring box and see what I can find out, and we'll be right back. Yeah, I messed around a little bit, guys. I took a couple of these springs and I tried to route them around
using this as one of the contact points, and then you know, trying to wrap it through here. It didn't seem, there's not really an elegant solution for that based on the angles of everything. I even thought about going back to here and tying this rod in, you know, with a spring going back further on a bracket. But if you do that, you're going to interfere when you actually use your throttle. You know, I suppose you could rig a spring there, and it would, and to this piece, there's a hole for it, where you could put a spring here to there. It would work more than likely, but you're going to end up binding it up somehow. And again, with a carburetor being 20 bucks, it's probably just best to go ahead and change that out. So that's what we're going to do. Once you get the air filter adapter off, which was an 11 millimeter or the US equivalent, you reach behind there, you can see the two bolts that you have to remove right here to get the actual carburetor off of the intake. Be careful with this spring here, because that is your throttle return. So you got to be real careful with that. And the choke one comes right out.
At least we got the stuff done.
All right, you notice there's a small hole there for that spring, the throttle return spring, and that's where your throttle bracket goes. And make sure you unplug your diesel wing solenoid there as well. And that's it. New carburetor. Again, from Amazon. Just make sure, you know, it says it's one size for all the 100 series John Deere's. I have no reason to doubt that. So now we're gonna just put it back together. All right, so we've got the carburetor on there finger tight, and we're just going to do a quick check to make sure that our choke mechanism, when you put the choke on, that it opens. See, the spring is housed under this white piece of cloth there. I guess that's to keep it from getting fouled up. The and your throttle and everything else is all hooked up. You got your spring, so that won't jam on you wide open. So now we're just going to tighten everything back up and connect the fuel to it and see what happens. Okay, so the carb is back on. Everything's hooked up. I decided to just stick with the original fuel lines and the fuel filters and everything. I mean, the lines aren't dry rotted, they're in good shape. But I've got 2 of these mowers at the moment, so I'll keep all the extra goodies that came with the kit on standby. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on, put the new air filter on, and do the spark plug. This also came with an oil filter. Not this particular one, I used it on my other mower, but I just changed the oil in it as well. Anytime you get it to where you're running it so rich that the carburetor is, that the spark plug is wet, you know, you could get some gas into your oil and that'll break it down faster. So I went ahead and did an oil change. It was due one anyway. And so we're gonna put a new spark plug in and put the cover back on, or probably run it without the cover on, so stand by for that. Okay, we've also turned on, we had to plug this in. This is your cutoff solenoid. When you turn the mower off, there's a plunger inside that goes up and cuts off the fuel supply inside the carburetor. It's plugged in now, but you can double check it, and if you ever get one of these that doesn't run, when you turn the key, you should hear a noticeable click, and you should feel it. You can put your finger on it and feel the actual solenoid going in and out. So that's another thing to watch for on these mowers, is if that solenoid gets stuck, especially if you get bad gas, it sits over the winter, it gets sediment in there. You know, I've fixed the guy's mower last weekend just by doing this and unsticking the solenoid where some bad gas had been in it. So anyway, that's something to watch for as well. I'm gonna go ahead and change the spark plug, and then we'll start it. Okay, we got the plug out, and I had already diagnosed this problem and cleaned this plug once before. But as you can tell, you know, it's black and it still has some fuel in it, so it's still wet. So changing this plug out, probably a good idea. I mean, you can clean them, but they're cheap. It came with the new spark plug came with the kit with the carburetor, so might as well put it in. All right, moment of truth. We've got the choke on. See if it starts. It's gonna take a little while to get some fuel in it, probably.